UX team over in Google in NYC. Again, products and services menu gives us access to all of the products and services in the Compute family of products. We have App Engine. When we select App Engine, then we see all of the features of App Engine. And the first thing that we're dropped onto is the dashboard. So here's our dashboard. There's a link over here, Pico NYC demo appspot.com. I'm reusing the work that I did a couple of days ago. If I click on this, then it's going to take me through to this user interface. I didn't write this. My colleague Jeff Davis, who's another instructor at RI Training, wrote this, and he wrote this using Python. If I'd been writing it, I might have written it using Node.js. I might have written it using C#. I have another colleague, Chris, whose choice would have been to write it in Java. Other colleagues may have chosen to have written it in Go or in PHP. The point being that we have a web application framework here. And again, those of you who are UX people will recognize that Jeff has used Bootstrap as his CSS library in order to present this user interface. Now, it actually doesn't really matter what this application does at all, because that's not the point of the demo that I'm going to do. Instead, the demo that I'm going to do is going to illustrate App Engine working as a platform as a service product. So over back in the dashboard, we have a set of features for App Engine. And if we click down here on instances, unlike the virtual machines that I provisioned manually using Compute Engine this morning to kind of demonstrate, hey, I've created a project and I've activated an API, and once you've activated the API, you can use it. This is App Engine, and this is my one instance which is serving traffic on App Engine. And I can go ahead and delete this. Okay? So once I do that, then pretty soon that App Engine instance will go away. He says, refresh. Demo gods, where are you now? The problem is that some people may be actually hitting the site even as I hit delete. Oh no, we're gone. I was just being impatient. If I go back over to my application, I'm going to do a cheeky refresh. So click on the refresh. You'll notice that this first request, wow, that took really not very long at all. So in that couple of seconds, what's happened back over in App Engine? Cheeky refresh, we have a brand new instance that's been spun. With App Engine, there are two flavors. We'll discuss those in a second. The flavor of App Engine that we're using here is the standard version. And the standard version is a pure platform as a service product. It takes a few hundred milliseconds to get that instance up and running and ready to serve traffic. But that's just me. What if all you guys hit the site as well? So the URL is pico-nyc-demo.appspot.com. If you all hit that simultaneously, to be honest, there aren't really very many people in the room. There's only 460 of you here. So with 460, if you all hammer the site really hard, then we might be able to see some differences. But to be honest, we're going to have to do a bit better than that. So I'm going to switch over to Compute Engine. And in Compute Engine, I've got another demo that I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to start up this test machine here. And basically, I'm going to load test my App Engine application by simulating having thousands of simultaneous requests being made against my App Engine application, rather than just 460 requests with people mashing the buttons, maybe giving us a few hundred requests per second. We can definitely do better than that. Again, something to note there, look how quickly that instance spun up. But even that, that's still 15, 20 seconds, something like that. Best in the business, but still not a couple hundred milliseconds. Here's the next thing I'm going to demonstrate when we talk about Compute Engine later on. Just see this in passing to test our App Engine application. I can SSH into a machine using the browser. Google love the browser and enable us to use the browser for all sorts of common tasks. So let's make this as big as I can. We have a tool on this machine called Apache Bench. And Apache Bench lets us make a number of requests with a certain level of concurrency, basically as quickly as possible.